Hi guys, and welcome back to Leslie Through the Looking Glass. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Leslie. I'm so happy to have you here. For my returning viewers, as always, thank you so much for coming back to support my channel. It really means so much to me. Alright guys, we are back with another Mental Health Monday video. I am sorry I didn't do a video last week with the holiday and everything going on in life. I didn't want to film. I'm having a rough time right now with my mental health. I always try to be transparent. I always try to share things as they're happening, but I just needed some time last week. We put our other dog down on Saturday morning. She's been declining for a while with her health, and she was not going to be getting better, and there were some things going on that we just didn't feel super comfortable with her, with our kid and our moms and stuff like that. So we made that awful choice. I am still not okay with that, and if I talk about it too much, I'm gonna start bawling. I'm just not processing it. I still look for her all the time. I still try to step over where she used to lay all the time. So it's just really hard. The house is way too quiet, way too quiet without her. And then with the chaos of the world and the nation's events, with like the school shootings and stuff, I am an empath by nature and always take people's feelings on myself. So I had a very hard time processing and being cautious about how much I let it affect me, because I just think if I was one of those parents and what I would do and how I would feel, and it's also such a crazy like media circus at this point, if you will, about how they hid information and what they did or didn't do, and I was getting really wrapped up in that, and it is not a good thing for me. It's something that I've talked with in therapy several times with my therapist when I was seeing her regularly, about world events, and trying not to walking the fine line between like staying informed and knowing what's going on in the world and like diving too deep and getting myself into a bad headspace. And I did not do a good job keeping myself out, and not letting that affect me a lot. I spent a lot of nights sitting up reading articles, crying. And I'm still having a really hard time with that, because I feel like it's only been a couple weeks and already that topic is like not even making headlines anymore. That it's just, we're so used to it as a country that these school shootings involving our kids are just like normal day. And it really bothers me. I made some calls and did some things like to my local representatives in the days following to try to make my voice heard, but I don't know what else really to do to be helpful. And so it just really weighs on me that this is just going to continue happening, and it's scary. So those things have just been like a lot. I've been working on putting myself outside my comfort zone. Last weekend we had a really good weekend, or well, like a week ago last weekend, we went to a friend's party that we had gone back and forth on whether we were going to still go after everything happened with our pup, but we decided to still go, and we had a really good time. I really enjoyed myself, but it's really hard because it also takes a ton out of me with my anxiety, because I feel like I'm in flight or fight mode the whole time. Even when I'm enjoying myself, I'm still like hyper aware of everything, and like can't just like let go of that. I've come a long way because I can still now go and enjoy myself, where before I would just be so focused on all of the bad feeling that I couldn't even enjoy it. So I'm making a lot of progress and I'm proud of that, but then I do feel drained for a couple days. So I had to have like a really transparent conversation with my husband about like balancing, because he is so much an extrovert and like loves to go be around people, loves to do everything. And I'm working really hard to get back to that level to some degree. But I had to be real honest about my ability to do that, and it was kind of hard to get those feelings across, but I'm hoping I did an okay job. So yeah, I'm working on that, but we had a really good time, and I'm seeing a lot of positives coming out of pushing myself, and the negative and the side effects are very manageable for me. So so that's that. So that is where I have been and what has been going on this weekend. Saturday was pretty quiet. We just did stuff around the house. It was a little bit cooler out. And then yesterday we went to our neighbor's house. They had us over and we swam and cooked out over there. Typically my neighbors I am very comfortable with, so I don't get the same level of anxiety as we do other things. They did have some other people there, so it was a little more, it pushed me a little more because there were other kids. And Amelia thinks she's a big kid, so she wanted to go play with all the big kids, and I was really trying to give her a little bit more space than I normally would. We let her be in the pool with a couple of the kids. We had our eyes on her the whole time we were right there. I was standing on the deck watching, but I wasn't in there with her, and that was a first for me and something that was hard, but I think probably a good thing. But just like lots of things, pushing myself and like needing to recover, and that's where I'm at today. I'm exhausted feeling because we did so much. And we also had Amelia's first child-only swim class. She's done swim class a ton, but it's always been a parent-child class. This was her first big kid swim class. She did awesome. But she was very nervous, so I was trying to like let her have her feelings, but like talk to her about why she didn't need to be scared, and kind of walk that line. And because I don't ever want her not to share her feelings, but I also, you know, have to push her a little bit because that's what we do to teach our kids, right? So it's just been a lot the last couple weeks. I feel a little bit better about life right now. I feel like I've worked through a lot of stuff. I'm still, you know, dealing with a lot of stuff too, but I've only had like 2 panic attacks in the last couple weeks with everything going on, whereas before I would have felt like those were daily. So I'm working, doing my steps, trying my hardest, but it's been a lot. But I also know this is our like busy time, like everybody's out and about and wants to hang out in the summer, and everything kind of quiets down in the winter, so I'm trying to not miss opportunities as much while still finding a balance that doesn't cause me to burn out and start struggling to a point that I can't control my anxiety. But it's a learning curve because this is the first year I've really been open to doing more and trying more, so it took me a while to get here, but that's that, and I'm continually working on it. So that's really all I have I wanted to share with you guys today. If you didn't watch my video from last Saturday and you like my Disney content, go back and watch it. I only have a few comments on it, and I'd like to get a few more votes. I'm going to be doing a series that's going to talk about each park, and then also maybe like a packing video, like ideas on packing or tips and tricks that I've heard to share. And then when you comment tips, tricks, bucket list things, whatever it may be, on the videos, I'm going to be keeping track of those and doing a giveaway at the end, right before we go on our trip, so that I can bring a little something home from the parks to send out to whoever the winner is. So make sure you go vote, because if you do vote for a park, that might get you a bonus entry. We'll see. So go do that. If you aren't already subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below, hitting the bell notification next to it so you're alerted every time I post new content, and hitting the like button so I know you made it through. Alright guys, I hope you have a great week. Stay strong, stay positive, and I will see you guys Saturday. Bye.